Hello there. Let's take a look at a couple of projects we're working on right now. So the main project right now is the 67 Pontiac LeMans. This is my father's car. Picked it up fairly cheapish. That being said, it's got issues, right? So floor pans need to be done. The motor's already been pulled. No power brakes. It's just a pretty good little street car though. So see the floors pretty well hit. We got that one about ready to go. The back is patched. There's holes back here. We have a patch panel there. Done a strip here. It just overall needs a lot of work. That being said, it's a fairly straight car. The body gasket got some issues because of this right here. Mirror's been taken off. Metal underneath looks good. Was an AC car. Probably not going to be when we put it back together. This was a 326 car. Not sure if that's going to be the same thing. More than likely, it's going to need to be bored and stroked. If you look, it's got a lot of abuse on the outside. Inside looks all fairly brand new. So the actual inside of the pistons and all that stuff looks nice. But we come to the oil dipstick, and I believe this was done wrong. Because this is actually pressed in here, and there was a piece that was here. But as far as I know, the pressed in piece is supposed to be done about here on the outside of the block. And they pressed it in here and screwed up the block. So we'll see what happens with that. That caused a massive oil leak. And back in the car, the oil leak, you can see where it was. This whole side right here is just caked in oil. That being said, fairly easy to clean up, power wash it, it'll be fine. This car was a vinyl top car. You'll notice the trim. We have most of the trim, the consoles and the trunk. Trunk pans look moderately okay. But overall, guys, if you're interested in following this build, give us a subscribe. Go ahead and like the video. Help push us up. I also have my 91 Camaro that we'll be swapping a carburetor into in the spring, more than likely, maybe even the winter. We'll see how that goes, but I've got some headliner stuff to do. I've got some interior stuff to do on that car, as well as final paint. Final paint, we're going a white satin on the Camaro. This we're not sure of yet, though we're thinking a military green or an emerald green. Not sure. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys want to see color-wise. But overall, that's what we're working with, and this is where we are. All right, so the current struggle right now is we've got some of these flywheel bolts coming off, which is obviously what we want. That being said, one of these bolts is stripped out, so that's going to be my current fight. These are a 5/8 socket. Me and my infinite wisdom, I grabbed a 12-point socket and stripped the hell out of one. So that's my bad. Let's get cracking on this though and figure out what we can come up with. All right, so I finally got that last bolt out, and I can take this flex plate off. So what I ended up having to do was, see here, I welded a little bit around to add some material. Smashed on a 15 mil. This is supposed to be a 5/8 socket. Used a 15 mil. Used a hammer. Made something work. Now we can get the flex plate off, and we can keep moving. All right, so the flex plate's out of the way. Next up, let's get these rods and pistons out. Maybe the main caps, see if we get the crank out today. See what kind of condition the block's actually in, as well as the pistons, before we make any kind of decisions on what we're gonna do. All right, so we've got most of the rod bottoms off, the bearings out. Taking off the timing set. So just take a crowbar, pry bar, pull this. It took some hammering to do too. The crank one just kind of slips. That's fairly easy to do. I'm gonna get back at this. I'll check in with you guys. Also, we've got this door that is being stripped, so I'll keep you updated on that as well. That being said, the handle broke on the stripper, so we're gonna figure something out there. So the timing set is off. So next up is 1/2-inch bolts right here. I'm gonna pull these bolts. I'm gonna let my dad pull the cam out. He deserves satisfaction on that. And same with the crank. I'm gonna pull these. I've got 13/16 Yep. Main cap's at 120 pounds. Rear main, rather, at 120 pounds. And my main caps are 3/4. Yep, 3/4 at like 90 pounds. So these should come out fairly easily. This rear main might be fun, though. But we'll see what we end up with. We were working on this 326 block. Turns out we got a better deal on something else. But you see, I got the parts kind of set aside. We'll come back to this later. Maybe do a high rev build. You know, or something weird like a 373 stroker or something goofy. We picked up a 400, it's a 1975 400, so it's an 8-to-1 compression. Freshly rebuilt, good to go. So this is going to go in there. Cam bearings might be shot on it. I'm not totally sure. They seem like they have some copper showing. So you might want to get these replaced, which not a big deal. Send it out, get it done. Not much has happened on the body. We've been dealing with a bunch of other things with my wife's Cobalt. That thing, did the lower control arm on it. So this bushing was bad on that. And actually seized to the bolt that holds the cradle on. So we took an air chisel, got at that, had that bolt fall out. It's pretty much cake after that. Oh, other than the lock nut that's on these Cobalts, that freaking cage nut's a pain in the butt. Anyway, plan on getting this all put away so we can get the 400 on to the stand. Once that's done, I'm going to get the Camaro in here, get some compression tests done. That's going to get a full rebuild, shooting for 400 to 500 horsepower on that. High 11s, low 12s. That's kind of the goal. But keep you guys updated as we're going. Appreciate the few that have been kind of checking this out. As always, guys, have a good one. See you out there.